I made Hell in a Cell. So yeah, I made a giant Hell in a Cell for real scale rings. This thing's 32 inches wide and 20 inches tall, with multiple features that will be used in matches that I will make. So, yeah, this thing is massive, and yeah, it's cool. Because really, at this point, since Mattel hasn't really made a Hell in a Cell, really your only option is to either buy the Jax one for like $500 or to make your own. And it's pretty obvious what I would do because I don't have $500. And so I made that. Do I regret it? Kinda. But at the same time, it's so awesome. Alright, so here is the cell on top of my real scale ring. And it fits perfectly. You know, there's enough room in between the cell and the ring for dudes to fight. But at the same time, it looks like they're more confined, you know. And so, now for the features. If you want to play with them while they're inside, this wall is held on by just some screws that it pops onto. And so if you just lift it up, this wall will pop right off. And so now this is open. And so you can just put your hand in there, pose the figures and all that. So, is that. And you know, they gotta have a way to get in. So, I of course put a door right here, which is tall enough to fit my tallest figure, which is Ultimate Edition Taker. And so, it is just on some zip ties, and it's held on with this little thin piece of metal wire. And so, to open it, you just take out the piece of wire, and it opens and closes freely. And as I said, it is tall enough to fit my biggest figure, with a decent amount of room actually overhead as well. So eventually, if I get like a bigger figure, like the Big Show or like Kane or something, then it should be big enough to fit those guys. Moving on to the next feature, they gotta have a cool way to get out, right? Like, the door's cool, they can kick open the door and all that. But over here, there's this panel that, if you're catching the hints, you can throw dudes through and it breaks. It'll just pop right up. Once again, held closed with this wire, and it's just tight enough to where if force is applied, it'll spin and let this thing break open. So yeah, that, and for the obvious feature, which we needed to add, you cannot have a cell without this. And I think you know who's going to be using it. The Defining Moments Mankind. Yeah, there's a breakable panel on the top. So, oh yeah, and also, this roof, this thing is held together with a wooden frame, so it's not like the other cells where you take out one wall and the whole thing's sagging. Like, this thing stays sturdy the whole time. So, of course, we're gonna need to throw a dude through the top here. And for that, I'm gonna do slow-mo. And we're gonna recreate the choke slam to Mankind through the top. Chair and everything. So, here we go. So, as you can see, that worked phenomenally. Also in slow motion, because it's cooler. Alright, so once again, that was awesome. Works great, looks great. And I think that is about it. I will release some Hell in a Cell matches, so keep checking on the channel to make sure subscribe to get a notification when I do, and see you in the next video.